of dealing with sanctions, why should people vote you in? Right? I suppose these questions you must pose to ZANU-PF because they are the ones who are governing. EFF is not governing. So maybe you can ask me that what would I do in order to survive in a world where my country has been put under sanctions if I were to be the president? Because the question that you are asking me should be answered by a ZANU-PF minister or a ZANU-PF president. Okay, but in the mix of that, I want to just say this, that Zimbabwe has been under sanctions for quite a number of years, probably over 10, 15 years. Zimbabwe is still breathing as a country. The aim, I don't know whether you've read the very primary objectives of the sanctions. You must understand that sanctions were never implemented after the atrocities of the so-called the Kukurahundi era, what President Mugabe named it as a moment of madness. Sanctions were never implemented. Sanctions were very much implemented, very much aligned with the land reform program. So the issue was to actually drive the agenda of making Zimbabwe stop to breathe. You must have seen that gentleman who died, George Floyd, when they put that knee on his neck, when he was saying he can't breathe, and then he died. Zimbabwe should have gotten to the state of George Floyd, but up to now, Zimbabwe is still breathing. We are here, but our country is still under sanctions. So for me, I do not want to say that, I do not want you to go and say that I am saying that ZANU-PF has done very well. But in the context of things, in the context of sanctions, knowing what I know, I honestly believe that the country has survived, and it will continue to survive, and it's likely to do well in the next year. We are just about to pass the most difficult space. Watch this space. South Africa is going to expropriate land without compensation. Hear it from me. South Africa is going to expropriate land without compensation, whether Section 25 of their constitution is changed or not. If EFF takes over, if ANC falls below 50%, the land in South Africa will be expropriated, and South Africa is likely to have sanctions, just like Zimbabwe. But look at the level of crime that is happening in South Africa right now. We had our brother who was burnt alive. We have our people being harassed in South Africa. People in churches being held hostage by criminals. Apostles praying, being held, harassed. But we don't hear the international community criticizing South Africa or saying that they are not respecting the rule of law, human rights. But you will hear about human rights the moment the EFF expropriate land without compensation. So the sanctions, my brother, are very much aligned to land, and the fact that the land program proceeded, never stopped. We have not seen the reversal of the land program. So for me, to a certain extent, we've survived as a country, and I think we've done very well.